G'day and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Drinks with Andy's. I am your host, as always. Blake is here. Blake 2.0. Blake, our second Blake, is also in the shop. He's shipping your orders currently. If you hear some clicking in the background, that's him clicking and pulling on papers. If you get an order that's messed up, it's also his fault. We take no responsibility, even though we pack them. And my brother was here also helping pack orders. He's new in the shop. So again, if you get a messed up order, contact us right away. We don't mind fixing things promptly. Everybody makes mistakes.
Especially whenever it tells us why our inventory was off on that item and you have it. That makes us feel good.
It's always fun. We're like, there should be, why is there only 2 of these? There should be 3 of these on the shelf. And then somebody contacts us, yeah, you sent me the wrong thing. Oh, that's where that went.
It makes me feel bad because my memory is
we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Orders are 99% correct 99% of the time. There's very few mistakes anymore unless they let me in here packing orders, and then the mistakes ratio goes up. I don't know. Long hot day in the sun, and I get delirious and forget what end to cut off the barrel, and you end up with an unusable barrel. No, just kidding. That's never happened. Tonight we're going to talk about Nightfall. We're going to talk about Marauders. We're going to talk about some pistols and stuff. If you're new here, you should join us every Friday night or every second Friday night live, Facebook Live for Drinks with Andy. Also, make sure if you're watching on YouTube, you click that button down there, the like and subscribe. Keep us rolling here. We like your likes. So this week we found out we are going to be going to Nightfall. Nightfall is one of the biggest airsoft games in Canada. Well, one of the more popular ones anyway. It's an 18-hour mil sim. It starts Saturday afternoon and ends Sunday morning. It goes right through the night. Lots of people there with night vision and gigantic light cannon flashlights. It's a good time. So if you know somebody that's going, feel free to come on over, say hi. We're going to have the big RV there, flags all over it. Come in, say hi. Me, Blake. Nobody else that really works here. But all our good friends are going to be there, so come over and say hi. We are pretty excited about it. We're finally let off this island. I was talking about this in the preamble there, but it's...
sorry if you're hearing this double.
It's going to be a good time. Yes. So this week we had a lot of shipments in. We got ourselves some cases of the Maple Armouries Marauder and Blackout. These are some of the better starter guns out there. Actually, some of the best mid-tier guns. Great prices on them. And full metal rail, which is really nice. The Marauders have a polymer body. The Blackouts have a metal body. They shoot great. They're semi-upgraded. They have a 6.02
ZCI barrel.
ZCI barrel, and well,
basic ZCI internals.
ZCI internals as well. I'm pretty sure everything in them is ZCI.
Which is a great mid-tier upgrade company.
Yeah, no,
great on par with SHS. Pretty well the same thing.
The pitch does not work.
No, don't work.
But the dust cover flips out whenever you pull on the charging handle, which a lot of people like. That's something the G&Gs don't do.
You gotta get your thumbnail in there.
Yeah.
On G&G.
So that alone makes this better than a G&G. But no, they are great guns. They shoot better out of the box, and we highly recommend them. That's why I buy a couple cases every time I'm able to from Jake Cullen there, a friend at Maple Armouries. He does a really good job, customer service, almost as good as us. I mean, not quite.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Just kidding. We are stupid crazy busy in here the last few weeks. Spring has hit us with a sledgehammer. We're just trying to keep up with orders and emails, and it's nuts, which is great, and we thank you all for that.
We are the only ones in Canada with these in stock.
Blake thinks so. I thought there was somebody else that had them.
We are the only Blackfoot. I just checked their site before we got on.
Okay.
They do not have these.
They don't even list them?
No.
Okay. So these are the Warhead Ronin motor. So these are
The best AEG motor you can buy.
yeah. So these are brushless, crazy, stupid,
Everything.
nice motors. Look at how cool that. Look at that little dragon. A little dragon on
Look at that
there.
shit.
Buy just for that.
Yeah.
The
I'll
motor
never see it
connect
again. It's great.
the motor connectors are wires, so it's easier to connect them. You know, the worst thing about working with motors is those stupid wire connectors, and you get them on and get them sideways, and then you hear that little snap, and you broke them, and then it's no good no more, and then you throw your gun against the wall, and then you ship it to me in a bag of parts and say, "Fix this. I'm so angry at it." Well, this. If you bought this, then you have not have that problem. So simple solution: buy this motor.
And the best thing about it is it only costs the same price as one Maple Armouries Marauder.
Yes,
or no, Blackout. Sorry.
Yes, they are very expensive little motor. What are they? What do they retail?
$400.
$400 for this little piece of metal. No, I am not price gouging. That is how much they cost.
We didn't know until we got them.
Yeah, I may not have ordered so many if I had have realized the price. But anyway,
They're the best motor.
they are really good motors. We also have the base series, which aren't quite as much, and the standard series, which are also pretty good motors
They're really
too.
good.
Yep.
They're all great. They're just using different materials for cutting corners for costs. It doesn't mean they're worse. They're just a little bit cheaper materials. That's all it is.
Also, it's not missing anything. All the parts are here. I was just I didn't install them. You have to take the okay, there we go. I'll just do it then.
It actually has bearings in that sleeve. I can't even think of the proper word now, but it has bearings in it. Super smooth, quiet motors. Very low heat because there's no. I can't even think right now. My brain. They're just super nice motors, super quiet, super torquey. Like
they'll look even better in your gun. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah.
Promise it.
Yeah, so basically, you got to picture that as like the HPA cylinder drop-in for an AEG, but keeping it AEG. You know what I'm saying? If you get those motors, you don't even really need a MOSFET unless you want to get the programmability, because those things just bring your gun to freaking life. Like, it's insane.
Instant trigger response with those motors, but same thing with HPA. We all like HPA around here. That's why we sell so much of it. On the HPA note, we should have Polar Star and Wolverine arriving within the next 3 weeks or so. They are both like crazy backed up. They're as busy as we are. Wolverine, I think, is 8 weeks behind in their MTWs and 4 weeks behind in their parts, and Polar Star is about the same. We run out, or getting close to running out, and I'm like, oh, I should probably do a Wolverine order. And it's, I guess that's going to be 2 months, and we since run out of MTWs. We also have
these are new to the site.
New product. So this is a CO2 Colt 1911 Smith & Wesson. It's got licensing, which is kind of fun.
Built by KWC.
KWC. So it's got that iconic mag that every second 1911 gun CO2 that uses with those four little dots. These are pretty cool. They have a threaded. They're obviously that stupid orange tip, but it's a threading, so you could easily paint it or scrape it off, or just
put a
silencer on it, or a nice little thread hider.
And we love those KWC pistols. They're cheap. They're reliable. There's rebuild kits if they do fail, which they very rarely fail. They're just fantastic little sidearms.
Yep.
Like, those are kind of our go-to starter pistols.
Yeah, basic, and they're fairly cheap,
man.
and they work really well, for sure. What do we got for any questions, I think, there, Blake? Was there any questions?
Andy's coming past it. I had one for the TNVSR 1. That's still on pre-order. I want to get them. I know what you're talking about. I've seen them. I want one. I can't get it yet. I'm working on it.
What does it look like?
A VSR really lightweight. Kind of skeleton eyes. I might still have it up. Yeah. Right there.
Huh.
Yeah.
PSR one. Kind of looks like kind of reminds me of the
Silverback?
Yeah, with this stock, with a weird stock on it.
Yeah. Crazy how that is. Silverback #1 snipers.
By far.
Changed my mind.
We need to have a talk about snipers. We should have done it when we had the Noverages in. But yeah, we should do a sniper video or a video about all the different snipers. Silverback is definitely the best. Like, they're just best out of the box.
Far, yeah.
Far by far. Ares is a good budget sniper. They do the job. A couple easy upgrades and they get they get the job done.
I said like 13 times like we were going to do a bucking video and barrel, and we just never did it. I'm just not gonna. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, we are. We totally are. It's on the docket. It's gonna happen. Sean asked about tagging grenades. So the new type of grenade, there are so many regulations with them. You have to be licensed to carry them. You have to be licensed to sell them. You can't pass them off in the field. Like if your buddy needs to throw one, you can't give him one. If you buy them, they are yours to use. You're the only one that's allowed to use them. If it's like a federal crime to like sell one to your buddy for $10, like and it's a huge headache, and there's no money in them. Like they're like, I don't know if we will. I honestly, I'm not sure. I was so psyched whenever the thing came out and we were going to do it, and then all this like the paperwork I have to fill out to be able to just keep them in the store.
Nightmare.
And then there's no margins on them. Like they keep saying that it's going to be, it's in how much it's volume. You're going to sell so much, you're going to be crazy on them. Well, I don't know. Like for those margins, I'd have to sell cases and cases and cases. But you can't sell them cases and cases and cases at a time. You max out at how many a person you can sell to one person, and you have to record how many you've sold to a certain person, and you can't sell them more than they could use in the course of a week if they come to you next week. And there's just so much, and they're going to be audited on it, and it's just a pain, and I don't see it being worth it. So I mean, we're going to look at it, maybe tagging maybe is all I can say to that. I'm sorry to disappoint, but
so basically let me just break it down.
Break it down
we
now.
make the profit was like $2 a grenade.
Yep.
So by the time you buy a case, let's say, and we ship it for free,
you can only sell them by the case. You can only sell them by the case, and I think the price was like $100. Well, you'd have to pay the shipping, but like couldn't do free shipping on them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so maybe not. Maybe I might change my mind.
He went really hard for yes, and then it was like,
and then I got the sheet taken out from underneath me. Like I had people lined up, like teams lined up. They're like, oh yeah, we want to buy a pallet. Can't buy a pallet.
You can have one.
So I mean, you like if one person buys them in your team, only that one person can buy them. Each individual person
use them.
has to buy them and then get them shipped to them individually. You can't combine orders. You have to get a mag license in order to store more than a certain amount in your house. It's just a colossal nightmare. And then even if you have this mag license, you still can't give them to your friends. You can't sell them to your friends. It's a federal crime. So it's just, there's so much with these tagging grenades that's just not worth it. And then to explain this to each person you sell them to every time, you do a pamphlet, and it's just, gives me a headache thinking about it. But anyway, we're not sure yet. I'm still debating. I'm going to look at the numbers again and
come out with the same answer.
Maybe it's, and in the end, we may not be allowed to. Like proximity to residential addresses is a distinguishing factor, and we're right like in residential where we are. So I mean, I may not physically be able to. Like we are soon, the next year or so, moving into a bigger shop, but that's not happening right now. We're still just a small pickup location here locally because we ship 99% of our orders ship. 99.99% of orders are shipped. So we're just basically a shipping station here. So that works great for everything we do, but add these grenades into the mix and that could just add complication, and I don't want that. So anyway, long story short, maybe.
New gas blowback rifles.
Which ones?
That's what Nago asked. I'm assuming getting some? We can get you anything you want.
Don't say anything. Eventually, sure, if you're patient enough, we can get anything, sure. And for the right amount of money.
Nothing in stock. We got another GHK, the same one that you bought. No, you bought the long one. We have the short one, the Mark 18 in stock. Armouries, we have more MWSs on the way because those sell freaking fast. So
our Red Wolf order, which has some MWSs in it, is processing through customs.
Can you order Archwick products? Yes, we can. Some are on e-bike. A lot of them are on Red Wolf. So yeah, we can get those. We have sold their sniper before. I can't remember the name of it. The really long thing. Yeah, we can get them. They're expensive. I hope you realize that product is expensive. But
we are getting the new Max hop-ups in. It is very unfortunate because we just the week prior to them announcing their new hop-ups, we had just gotten a giant Max shipment in. We restocked everything of their old products that are now starting to become obsolete because these new ones are coming in. But yeah, they should see those hit the site on Sunday, right, Freddie?
But I'm not going to hold my breath on these new hop-up units yet.
Oh yeah, we got to test them to know if they're
going to be
good.
testing.
Blake has questions about the Polar Star one.
I don't believe they're nonsense. I put them in Polar Star products for a very long time and had no issues. But they claim that the new Max unit, the Polar Star nozzles are shorter, so they needed their own unit for it, which makes no sense. But they use Crytac,
which does make sense
for their specs, which makes me feel like that does make sense.
So it'd be a Polar Star and a Crytac. These would work better for.
Yeah, but then anything else, they may not even feed. They may not even pick up a BB because they're going to be too close to the chamber.
I can't imagine they would do that.
I don't. Yeah. I'd imagine not, but I've used the old Max units.
They work great
in
Polar
VFCs
Stars.
Because Polar Star uses the VFC specs for everything.
And G&G. Or now G&G. It's now
it's still VFC. Apparently, it's either G&G or VFC, but they still say on their videos VFC that they use VFC for their specs. So I'm very weary on that. I know Crytac is great to be Polar Starred, but I do 10 more VFC Polar Stars. I've yet to do a Crytac P-Star because you kind of buy a Crytac because they don't break.
They work well.
And you just use it. A VFC you kind of buy for the body and swap it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like VFCs are great out of the box, but it's just the way it is.
You're buying them for the externals, or just buying a Crytac for the internals.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how it's going to be, and I'm very weary because I've never had an issue.
But we are all very excited about the MTW hop-ups.
MTW one I'm very excited for. It's about time. It's about time.
What's the other one that they haven't put out yet? That Blake
the Evo.
Yeah, the Evo one. Yeah, the Evo. Max, if you're listening, hurry up with that Evo hop-up, would you? Come on now.
We're getting yelled at.
Liam, every time he comes in here, he wants to show, we got that Max hop-up for news yet?
No. Cody, Liam, Rob, me. I waited so long, I sold my Evos. I'm done. No. It's too long. Sorry, Max. You messed up.
All right. This is us signing off. Like we always say, Airsoft is supposed to be fun. This is fun sport. This is going to be a year of growth. If you have a friend that you think might want to join the sport, lend him a gun, let him join, let him figure out what it's all about. Promote it. We almost died a couple last year there. We need to grow this sport to a point where they can't kill us. So, Hal Johnson, Joanne McLeod say, keep fit and have fun. Get your friends involved. It's going to be my new catchphrase. I'm stealing it. If I get sued for that as well, that'd be hilarious. I get sued a lot. It's fun. Lots of fun. Anyway, have a good night. It's Friday the 13th. And so, go
stay
have some.
Lucky.
So that's unlucky, Blake.
I know, but I'm saying stay lucky. There you go.
Try to keep your luck. Rub those rabbits' foots. Have a good night, guys.